This is Complex Conversations. WWE Nation has wrestling gone mainstream. Featuring our host, media personality and vice president of Complex Media, Joe LaPuma. Hot 97 radio DJ, host of ESPN's The Michael K. Show and the Cheap Heat Wrestling Podcast, Peter Rosenberg. Rapper, actor, sneakerhead, and wrestling enthusiast, Wale. Former chef turned critically acclaimed rapper and wrestling aficionado, Action Bronson. You're invited to the conversation.
You know, I interviewed Shane McMahon recently, and I asked him when he feels wrestling went mainstream, and he actually said WrestleMania 1 when Hulk Hogan and Mr. T kind of squared off. To me, and for the topic of this panel, it seems more than ever now that there's crossover in mainstream. Do you guys feel that's true, or do you think that Shane's answer was more true?
Well, I mean, that WrestleMania 1, the whole MTV relationship with WWE back then was the first, like, huge time it became this, like, crossover moment. I think it's a tough argument. You could argue that right now it's more, but I don't know. I tend to agree with Shane that back then, at that specific moment where you had Cyndi Lauper and, like, really huge mainstream stars. I mean, Muhammad Ali was at WrestleMania 1.
Working,
like being involved as a referee.
Like, he's just not just there.
Right, didn't just take, it wasn't like me, it wasn't like just hanging out taking pictures at ringside.
Right.
He was in the ring. So, like, while now there is, I think now it's become, I think it's the coolest it's ever been to be a smart wrestling fan as it's known, meaning a fan who loves the business but is aware that it is entertainment and not a competitive match.
Do you think, like, social media obviously has changed everything? Do you think that attributes to it going mainstream? I feel like a lot of times...
That shit sucks.
Social media in general?
Well, with the wrestling, man, I wish it went back to the old days, man.
Yeah?
I fucking felt much better. I want to go back to when I was younger.
Yeah?
And I was more of a hunk than I am now.
Member berries.
But honestly, I mean, that was the golden era of a lot of things, and that's what brought everyone to where we're at now. And I feel like wrestling now is like, it tries too hard to be cool. Back then, it was fucking just naturally
Well,
cool.
not naturally, because they paid for Cyndi Lauper and
yeah, but I didn't like it because of Cyndi Lauper.
But I mean, no, they brought something there because of her, like
That's
Alice
true.
Cooper and all that. They knew what they was doing. Vince knew what he was doing back then. He brought Cyndi Lauper. That's like equivalent to like bringing like Katy Perry or to Rihanna through to WrestleMania. So they weren't playing. The thing is now is this is how you decide if it's more popping. Do you think if Vince be like, yo, Rihanna, you want to come to WrestleMania? Would she go? No.
No.
She won't.
No.
But Cyndi Lauper went. You know what I'm saying? And that's what makes me think that back then it was more. I think now it's the dirt sheets is more popular.
Rihanna. You think Rihanna's ever gonna show up to
No.
No.
But if she came, she would hit somebody with a chair.
I would love to see that.
I know.
Well,
Sure.
here's what happens though.
I pitched it.
When anything becomes absolutely huge, like, and blows up, instantaneously there's a level of
hate.
And the product becomes forced inherently, right? So right now, the biggest problem with WWE, and I love the product, I watch every week.
He's on the network if you want to check
Yeah, I'm
him
on
out.
there. Actually, there could be more happening. Hold on. But I would tell them this also, like, it's so produced.
Yeah.
It is
Too
so
much.
produced.
Too
I mean, like,
much.
to the point that everything that happens, I was complaining about this in the car on the way here. You know, oh, Undertaker's appearing on Tuesday. We confirm it. Well, why are you confirming it?
Right.
I want to hear the gong hit. I want to hear
That's
the
a good
bell.
point.
And have
Pop the crowd.
everything is, you know, and a lot of that social media.
Yeah.
They'll announce early in the day on Monday, like,
They're obsessed with social media.
they're obsessed.
Yeah.
And the fact is, because TV ratings are down, they think they're going to reach more people by giving them the information at 3 o'clock on Twitter than they will if they just have the show run live. So I do think that messes things up and the enjoyment as a fan a little bit.
That makes sense.
I just think that WWE needs more young people working there. Dog, dog, these dudes was around when Hogan had all his hair. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they need young people. Like, if you look at, like, Progress Wrestling in Europe, UK is Ireland or something, but, like, that shit, like, their storylines are more captivating and, like, you know, and it just, like, times are different. And I think that Vince always goes with, like, he'll have fillers out, but he'll have people that been around since Dusty Rhodes and them executing.
writing and
that's
stuff.
fucking it up. And I think the wrestling fans are more united. Like, see how we all here together. Like, if somebody be like, it's fake, we gonna look at them like, yeah, it's fake, motherfucker. Like, we like this shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so.
It's like a novella.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, you know what I'm saying?
It's like a male novella.
That's like a on their mouth. Joint.